All right, what's good, YouTube family? So we're gonna get right into it. So today I am gonna go over how my client was able to see his abs in 12 weeks. Now I know this transformation looks crazy, but this is literally the power of nutrition that I talk about in every single video. I'm always talking about nutrition. You guys are always like, "Oh, why are you only talking about nutrition? Why don't you talk about working out? Why don't you talk about this? Why don't you talk about that?" Because if you work out every single day and you do crunches every single day, you are not gonna see your abs because your nutrition is shit, right? So literally, when he first came to me, he struggled with nutrition. He didn't know what to eat, right? He used to play, sports back in the day, and he was always fit. So once he got like a more sedentary job and he wasn't as active, he started gaining some fat, and he was like, "Oh my gosh, is this genetic? I don't know what's going on." And that's the first time he ever looked at what he was eating, and it was like, maybe it's the food I'm eating, maybe it's all the fast food, right? Because honestly, when you're like an athlete and you're super fit, and you have that identity that you're like this fit person and you get a lot of attention and you're always in shape because you're always active. When you go from that to like a more regular lifestyle where now you might be more sedentary, you might still be working out, but you're going to be more sedentary than you were as an athlete, and now you focus more on your job. You do gain a lot of weight, and it kind of shifts your identity because it feels weird, right? You no longer kind of know who you are, because it's like you went from athlete to like just just a person who works out sometimes but focuses on work. So it could be very, very, pretty stressful, honestly. And you're gonna have to definitely learn how to eat. So that's what we focused on with him. He was already doing some calisthenics and like some sprinting and stuff, but as you can see, he had a lot more belly fat than he wanted. So here's some misconceptions that I see that hold people back. All right. So as you guys know, talk about this in every video, but a lot of people think you cannot lose fat without fat dieting, and they're stuck on it. All right. They ask me every single day. They're like, "Yo, this literally happens every day on TikTok." All right. If you don't know my TikTok, it's Luther V Fitness. Follow me. I go live on there every day. But people are always saying, "Oh my gosh, you can't lose fat without fat dieting. Just do a 7 day water fast so you can lose fat." No, that's not how it works. People think you can't maintain muscle without steroids. The reality is, guys, I'm not gonna lie. The reality is, when you lose fat and maintain your muscle mass, right, you look like you're on steroids because you revealed the fat and you kept the muscle, and it looks insane, right? So this like steroid stuff that people say, it's really just being lean with muscle, right? You do not need steroids, all right? You don't have to overdo cardio either to lose weight. It's really not necessary, guys. You think you have to overdo cardio? If you overdo cardio and eat like shit, you're not losing any weight. All right. So your nutrition is going to be one of the most important factors for sure. All right. So, how did I get him to this point? Obviously, we did the volume method. You guys have seen this before, but I want to reiterate how important this is because look, when you can eat this much food and it's half the calories of these little unfulfilling snacks, it's going to make it very, very easy to sustain your nutrition. All right, because steak and all this fiber on this side is pretty much what I eat on a daily basis. Right, my breakfast is always some kind of eggs, bacon, or if it's not the bread, it's tater tots. But the eggs have high protein, right? And then the vegetables are high in fiber. The bacon keeps me satiated, and then the bread has fiber as well, so that keeps me satiated. This is a fiber wrap, and then this is some sriracha sauce, sriracha mayo on top of ground beef. That keeps me super full as well. And all of this as well. Like when you eat more high protein, more fiber, you drink more water, it's gonna feel like you're eating way more than when you're eating shit like this, right? He'll be eating burgers and fries. He'll be eating Taco Bell, any kind of fast food he could grab, right? And over time, obviously, that made him gain weight. He felt like he wasn't eating that much. He was like, "Bro, I'm not eating that much. I don't know why I'm gaining weight." I'm like, "Bro, you are consuming more than you think you are," right? So the thing that we did with him, as far as the nutrition aspect, obviously, I gave him some of these recipes, but I also gave him more recipes like ground turkey nachos and barbecue pizza and shit like that. A lot of different things that he didn't know that he could fit into his macros. A lot of enchiladas, a lot of different salmon recipes, and he was like, "Damn, this is so much food. Why am I eating this much?" And I was like, "Bro, you're literally eating less than you were by a lot, bro. Trust the process." All right, so this is what you're gonna go through in your first month, or like right before you start. All right, you're gonna realize that you're not at your goals because you're eating, Taco Bell, McDonald's, pizza, burgers, fries, candy, chips, DoorDash at work. You're gonna have like a moment where you're like, "Yo, I'm heavier than I want to be. I didn't like what I saw in the mirror when I was putting my shirt on." And then you're gonna be eating your lunch. You're gonna be like, "It's probably because I'm eating this bullshit, making me feel sluggish 24/7." Right? Like I said, you can't fit into your clothes. You're always trying to hide your belly fat. You're wearing a big ass shirt. Right? You're gonna feel sluggish even when you're a former athlete. And he felt super, super sluggish. He was like, "Dude, I don't know what the fuck. I'm tired all the time. I'm working out. You feel me? I don't know why I'm tired all the time." And it was the foods he was eating. Fried foods, high in cholesterol, bad cholesterols, those are going to make you super tired, guys. Just heavier foods are going to make you tired. All those foods, that fucking processed shit in the oils is going to make you tired. Like the canola oil that they put in the vegetable oil they put in their foods, it's going to make you tired as shit. All right, second phase, PRN phase. So, like I said, for him, he was already doing calisthenics. He had some dumbbells at home, but he was doing mostly calisthenics. He was doing like sprinting, not really just jogging, right? And with his workouts, like his calisthenic workouts, I kept telling him like, make sure that you progressively overload, obviously. So, for example, if he's doing 100 push-ups to start off with, and like 50 pull-ups, and then that gets easy, just increase the amount of pull-ups and push-ups. And a lot of people think that you can't build muscle and lose fat with calisthenics. It depends on how you do it, because your progressive overload is going to be different. You could do weighted calisthenics, or you can just increase the reps. All right, or you can shorten the rest periods in between as well. All right. So, like I said, one of the most important things when it comes to calorie deficit and when it comes to nutrition is going to be calorie deficit and high protein, right? So, like I said, he was eating Taco Bell. I don't know what it is with people in Taco Bell, but I feel like every time, I don't know. I feel like everyone who comes to me is always eating Taco Bell. I don't know what it is with Taco Bell. Is it that quick? Because I was a McDonald's dude. I was eating McDonald's, but yeah. So as far as Taco Bell, I was like, all right, bro, we're replacing that shit with ground turkey tacos, ground beef nachos, ground beef tacos. I got ground chicken, high protein nacho recipe as well. And he started at around 2,200, 2,100 calories. Um, and he pretty much stayed there the whole time because shit, he was losing fat like crazy at that range. So I was like, he doesn't really have to, go lower than that. Replace all the candy and shit he was eating with fruit. And like I said earlier, volume was the most important factor. When you increase your fiber, protein, and water intake, you will not even be able to eat more. Like you'll be so full you can't even binge eat. You feel me? And you'll also feel way better. Like with fiber and slower digestion carbs, your blood sugar will be more stable throughout the day. You'll have less cravings as well. All right. So making it a lifestyle. Obviously, eating on the go is important. Eating on the go is pretty important. But you got to realize, like, before you go to eat on the go, you have to realize that, you're now this fit person and your perspective has to shift before you can even make better decisions. When you become more of a fit person and you change your identity to be, healthiest version of yourself, you're going to look at the menu differently. When you look at the menu, you're going to now see the healthy options instead of just all the unhealthy options, right? So when you eat out at restaurants, now you're not going to look at the desserts and the high calorie appetizers. You'll just be like, oh, this entree with sweet potato and sirloin steak. I think I'll take that, right? And then you got to realize that fitness is obviously a lifestyle, not a fad. He was pretty good with, like I said, the calisthenics and the sprints and things like that. He was already good with that. But as far as nutrition, I was like, yo, can't be with these friends drinking all this liquor all the time, right? Can't be with these friends drinking all this liquor and eating all this fried foods 24/7, and then expect to be in shape. All right, you got to make sure that if they're forcing you, if they don't respect your hustle and they're forcing you to like eat these foods, well, some people will do that by like suggestion. I'm not saying like they stuff it down your throat, but they'll like force by suggestion. So if they're like, yo, you're not cool if you're not drinking, then those are not your friends. All right, cut them off straight up. All right, so exactly what I did to get him shredded in 12 weeks. Like I said, guys, sustainable calorie deficit, which is super important. He was doing calisthenics, taught him how to eat on the go. Like he was going out, he was like, hey, should I have this? Can I have that? And it was actually funny because like after the first week, he actually asked, he was like, bro, can I have some pizza, bro? Can I please have some pizza? And I was like, no, bro. This is we're making this a lifestyle change. No more fucking pizza. No more of that bullshit. And he locked in, man. And that's what matters. Like, listen, a lot of you guys think that you have to throw in like cheat meals. If you just started and you were literally eating cheat meals 24/7, throwing in a cheat meal is just gonna make you go back to your old habits, right? It's just gonna make you go back to your old habits. Sometimes you gotta starve your distractions or starve your cravings for your cravings to go away. All right. Like replace all that unhealthy food with just healthier foods, and then that's gonna become your new normal, and then it's gonna be easier for you to associate yourself with the healthiest version of yourself. All right. So yeah, simple shit, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Like, comment, and subscribe.